Hello, 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 hello. Today, I want to talk about the 3 steps to create a healthy and productive morning routine. And I swear, I think I have tried them all. And I want to share my thoughts on what has worked best for me, and hopefully it will work best for you. I am Siblin, and this is Relative Growth, and we're all about how to stop dreaming and start living. And we do that by conquering our happiness, building our happiness, conquering our confidence, and getting us ready to go after our goals and succeed. And you know what? What better way to start off the day with a good morning routine? And I got to share something with you. So one of my hobbies is studying successful people. And it is what it is. There's a lot more highly publicized men than there are women. And I found it fascinating because if you study highly successful men, they talk a lot about their morning routines consisting of working out, meditating, starting with a green juice, really kind of spending time on themselves. I mean, getting up early always seems to kind of be the foundation of it, unless someone worked in an industry where they tend to work late. But when I was doing research on this topic to come up with other ideas to share with you, because I like to share what works for me, but then also what other people are doing, I was awestruck when I found that a lot of very famous women's morning routine consisted with them waking up and working right off the bat, like getting up and checking emails. And I thought it was very interesting about the 2 different dynamics of how that kind of worked out. And a lot of times when you do research about creating good morning routines, they say to set the cell phone aside, to set the email aside, and to spend time focusing on you. And here are all these very highly successful women starting off their day with their email and with work. Now, here I am sitting in my own home office, and these are very high, powerful women. So whatever they're doing is working. But what I wanted to talk about, and the definition to success to me, is not only being very successful in whatever career you choose, but it's also being very happy and in your life and doing something that fills you with passion and joy. That's my definition of success. It's not just about the money in the bank, because you can have all the money in the bank, but not be happy with what you do and not have people to share it with. And that's kind of a lonely, miserable life. I mean, for me, it's really about having something that fulfills me and that I'm passionate about, and having time with my children and with my friends and with my family. And if that means taking my big goals and kind of slowing them down, I'm okay with it. That's just me. And that's what this morning routine is all about. 3 steps to create a healthy and productive morning routine. So, with that being said, why is a morning routine so important for your happiness and your productivity? Well, what I have found, it really kind of sets the tone of your morning. If you are waking up the same time that the kids are, or when you're about to rush out and you're running late for work, you are literally starting the day on the go. Think about that. And you are rolling out of the beds, and the kids' first demand are, I need a baba. I need breakfast. Change me. I'm crying. Can you tell I have really young kids? So as I get older, I'm sure maybe that changed. Hopefully that changes. But I found that I needed to wake up before the kids so I can at least have 5-10 minutes to myself before all the demands started. And that helped me be a better mother. So creating a morning routine kind of sets the tone for your day of slowing you down, having a good mindset. It also gives you some personal time, especially as a working woman and as a working mom. For those of you who don't know, I have this blog, and I also own another company, and I also help my husband with his company. So I kind of have 3 different jobs on top of 3 different kids. 3 is my magic numbers. And I found that there was no personal time during the day. There was no lunch time when I was at the office. A lot of my friends who stay home with their kids are like, oh, but you get your lunch and you have your breaks. And I'm like, you kidding? can't even go pee without having my phone with me. I know, TMI, whatever. But if without a good morning routine, I found that there was no me time. And so that was what the morning routine carved out for. So it gives you personal time if you're not finding that any other time of the day. It also helps relieve stress. I mean, we talked about it. If you're waking up when the kids are waking up, if you're waking up right before the alarm goes out, you're rushing out the door, you're not getting a healthy breakfast. If anything falls out of the normal, it's going to add stress to your day. And that really is not how you want to create stress. Or stress. It's not how you want to start your day. So a few months back, I read the 5 a.m. Club by Robin S. Sharma. And they had some really good points about creating a morning routine. And now this was written by, the main character was a millionaire. And of course, the other two characters became very successful and found their passion and their joy by following his routine. And so not only is that kind of motivational within itself to read a story along those lines, but it kind of gave you a different mindset. And let me rewind. I have tried a lot of different morning routines. I have tried waking up and working on my number one project first thing in the morning. I tried getting up and just focusing on email first thing in the morning. I tried getting up and doing hardcore workout first thing in the morning, and nothing could stick on a continuous basis. I would work on the project, but then there'd be mornings when I'd be really tired, and I would have my coworkers email back me like, what are you talking about? Or I remember one time I ended up booking our family vacation on the company credit card. Yeah, that was a good one to explain to my tax accountant. Don't worry, I did take care of it. I did pay it back. But so I found I'm like, okay, going and doing those high processing things at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, not necessarily a good thing. And so I didn't do that. Same thing with the emails. I would, if I got a bad email, that was the first thing I saw. Before I even had my full cup of coffee, I was dealing with putting out fires, and I couldn't even contact everyone because they were still asleep. So these were routines where they had their benefits, like I was able to work on good projects. But if I had slept through, because sometimes there's just nights where the babies were up and I wanted to get a full night's sleep and I was already kind of, sleep deprived, then my whole entire day would be off because that project that I had needed to get done that hour before everyone woke up, I would be off, and then that would kind of mess up the rest of the day. So that didn't work for me. Checking the emails, that didn't work for me because, as I said, I was putting out fires before my first cup of coffee, and by the time the kids woke up, I was not in a happy mood. And when you do what I do, there's times where you have to deal with a lot of different fires from a lot of different angles. So I was finding it was happening more often than not. Same thing with the working out. I know people love working out. That's a great one. But when I was getting up at like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, I wanted to stay in my warm PJs. I didn't want to go into the pool. I didn't want to go get into my workout clothes. And so that one was kind of really pushing myself. And I wanted to share with you, I feel like I'm on a tangent here. So this is really this is the workout. These are the morning routines that I have tried, what has worked for me, what hasn't. I am constantly looking for the best one. But I found this one and I've been really happy with it, which is why I want to share it with you. And it was kind of quasi based off of the 5 a.m. Club. So if you haven't read that book, check it out. I'll link it below. So basically what he talks about is creating a morning routine, just a 1 hour morning routine where you spend 20 minutes working on your mind, 20 minutes where you work on your body, and 20 minutes when you work on your soul. And he has a very strict, if you're going to do your body workout, you have to do a HIIT workout or something really hardcore, which I do agree upon. But right now in this season, when it's really cold outside, honestly, I literally do not want to get in my PJs. And I kind of sucked not being able to do my workout. So what did I do? I improvise. I now do yoga in front of my fireplace in my PJs, and it is absolutely blissful. Peloton app has these most amazing yoga classes because you can pick hip hop music or pop music. So at that early hour, because it's still dark outside, I can be doing a yoga routine in my PJs with some really good rocking music going on. So that has been a huge plus. But let me rewind. And so having this morning routine where you spend 20 minutes on your mind, 20 minutes on your body, and 20 minutes on your soul. And he actually, in the book, suggests you start with your body first and then move on to your soul and mind. I may have that wrong because I end up changing the order. Everything we talk about on this station is just suggestions, because what I truly believe, there are some really good ideas out there. What works for me may not work for you. So you take these ideas, you figure out what works for you, and then you kind of get rid of the rest. Sometimes you do need to try things out because you may not realize that they work for you until you actually do it. So give it a try, but if it doesn't work, don't hold on to it. Kick it out, because what makes me succeed may not make you succeed. Which is why it's so important that in the comments below, tell us your morning routine. What is working for you? Because you might be able to help someone else. So let's go back. How to create a morning routine that will boost your happiness. So you spend 20 minutes on your mind, 20 minutes on your body, and 20 minutes on your soul, which cultivates a whole entire hour. How you spend that time is up to you. What can you do within that for your mind routine? You can journal, you can read, you can learn something new, you can listen to an educational or inspirational podcast, watch a TED Talk, or work on a crossword puzzle or a Sudoku. Anything that gets your mind working and going. For your body, it comes into doing those workout classes, doing yoga, stretching, taking the dog for a walk. It's kind of hard to make it to the gym and back within 20 minutes. If you're lucky enough to where your gym's close enough, I guess you can do that. If not, I have been a really big fan of Beachbody and the Peloton app. And no, I do not have the Peloton bike. I have a $250 bike that I got during quarantine, and then I have the Peloton app on my phone, and it has been by far my favorite yoga classes, meditation, and cycling, as well as the other classes that they have. So that one's actually my go-to more so than the Beachbody, but Beachbody also is really good and affordable. So that's your mind, that's your body, and then for your soul, it's so important to focus on your soul. And this is a time where you do whatever speaks to you, whether it's praying, meditating, keeping a dream journal, having a gratitude journal, listening to music, doing something creative, or cuddling with someone you love. You're basically replenishing yourself. And if you've read any of my other articles or watched any of our other videos, especially out of the month of February, so much of it had to do with compassion and love and self-care. And this whole morning routine is all about self-care. So you kind of start your day refilling your love tank. You're taking care of your needs mentally, physically, and spiritually to be able to make sure that you are strong and you're capable of helping and taking care of those around you, as well as presenting your best self. I really hope that this morning routine gave you some ideas. I know when I'm always researching morning routines, I love to see what other people are doing. So here's my morning routine. Currently, I'm getting up about 5:45, and I start with journaling first. I get up, I make my cup of coffee. I may hang out with one of my children because they're up that early watching videos or playing video games. But then I go and I write in my journal. And I did put a link below with a free morning journal that I have used and I have loved. I also have some other journals you should check out. They are one word, 1 month, that dive in deeper on how to build your happiness, your confidence, your authenticity. Every month is a brand new word. And they have really been the foundation of my morning routines. So I start with my journal, and then I meditate, and I like the Peloton app because if I am somehow not on time with my time with my track, oh, I am just tongue twisted today. If for some reason I'm not fully able to do the 20-minute meditation, I can do a 5, I can do a 10, or I can do a 20. And what I love is that you can choose a specific theme. So maybe it's courage, maybe it's happiness, maybe it's gratitude. And so I really like that practice. And then finally, my yoga. That's the season that I am in. I used to love doing the hit bike routine through Peloton. That was amazing, but I just noticed I was not doing it. So instead of pushing myself, I found that I really enjoyed doing yoga in my PJs. Who knew? And it's such a magical time because it's dark outside. I have my fireplace going, and then I just have my mat, my earbuds, and some really good music going on. And that has been the morning routine where I start off grounded and calm, and it really gives me the mindset that I need to go out and conquer my day. Remember, share below what your morning routine is. Maybe I can learn something from you. Until next time, be brave, be curious, and love yourself. Bye.